I was up early today, went for a nice bike ride to start the day. A lot of people were out, but I thought to myself, okay, we're in the 50s.
Right.
How are we going to get to high 70s? But we managed.
We
It took a while.
We got to 70 basically. It's funny, I thought that because you had some posts this morning on Instagram about the fact that we were going to be on News Center Maine Plus, but it was like you looked very awake. Like you had gone through several phases. It was like you had done something.
Yeah, I rode 15
showered.
miles,
Yeah, like
breakfast.
Well, the sun. I mean, what was that on the almanac? Hold on, let's go back. The sunrise is at an absurd time this time of year.
Yeah.
4:50.
Sure
Have you guys had that where you wake up and you're like
super
Well, the
early.
sun's out, so like it must be a
Yes.
reasonable time.
My
And then you're
child
like,
has two, actually.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You ever order shades and they offer side rails? And you're like, well, why would you need those? So like if you got a blackout shade,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it has to have
Yeah, because you don't want any of that sunlight.
yeah, it
getting
has to
through.
have an eighth of an inch. And I was like, you know what? For a kid, I should have done it.
Do it.
And it was worth the extra cost to get it done. 72 in Wisconsin, 68 in Portland for the high temperatures today. But yeah, it did start off cool, and dew points were low too. So that combination made it feel obviously a little bit more crisp. Most of us were sunny pretty much all day today. The exception to that included Portland, which was in and out of the clouds, more in really, especially through the first half of the day, and then broke out a little bit in the afternoon. So if you're out tonight, temperatures in the 50s, no issues. Up through at least midnight, we should stay dry. And then it's probably 2 or 3 in the morning that showers really start to develop from the west. And this model is a little bit more aggressive than some others as far as the amount of showers and the coverage of these showers. But still, it's an improvement compared to where we were earlier this week, where it looked like it would be a rainy day, and then it turned into kind of half a day. It might be less than that now, with showers just early in the morning through kind of the mid-morning hours. But by the time we get to 10, a lot of the state is already cleared out. And by the time we get to noon, pretty much everyone is done with that rain. Now, the southern coast probably will struggle with clouds and temperatures with strong onshore flow right off the water there. But if you get farther away from the coast and across central and northern Maine, I think it's actually a pretty nice day tomorrow. Temperatures in the upper 60s, maybe an isolated 70. And I draw that line as far as who's going to see a nice day straight through at about Bangor. So north of there, I think Saturday is actually pretty nice. Then we all get on the same page on Sunday, which is not, you know, a blockbuster nice day. It starts off a little bit cool in the 40s and with some clouds, but we burn those off, end up with a mixture of sun and clouds through the middle of the day. And we get into the mid and upper 60s with an isolated 70 around. You can see a couple of little sprinkles, but I think the vast majority of us are dry during the day on Sunday, and we roll that same vibe into Monday. So there's not a whole lot going on here. These temperatures are a little bit below average though, right? Only in the 70s, low 70s. That's a little below average for this time of the year. We start to build some warmth back into the picture by the middle of the week. So here's a good way to visualize, I think, Saturday, where you can see the shower chances and really more consistent rain down into Massachusetts. They're going to do a lot worse than we are. But as you head north of Bangor, a lot of zeros on this map, and so we're likely not to see any rain there. And there is a possibility, if the showers split just right and miss the Portland Jetport, the streak that we've been talking about, and we don't want to talk about it anymore, right, could be over as far as rainy weekends if we don't pick up any appreciable rain at the Jetport. You start to see some increase in temperatures here. I think it'll be fairly substantially warmer than this on Thursday. This is straight model data, I think, out of Portland. We're probably going to be in the mid-80s, if not warmer, on Thursday. And the other thing is, dew points are in the mid-60s at least, maybe a little bit higher. So it will be truly quite sticky through the middle of the week. And then we probably break that front on Thursday afternoon with some thunderstorms, and you know the day behind thunderstorms usually, right? Cool. Yeah, a little bit cooler, a little bit breezy, but you know, still pretty nice. I haven't even looked at next weekend yet because I don't need to know. Like we'll get to that when it's in the 7-day. I don't need to poison my brain with that at this moment.
Why? I mean, what's going to do? Rain or something?
Right.
Heat?
I don't even want to see. I don't even want to see the hint of it. So we'll just
We'll
wait.
enjoy
We'll
this
see.
one.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay, Keith, thank you.